welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward, and on this episode, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, a full episode dedicated to the Lakers and LeBron James' first season. So, LeBron plus the Lakers equal failure. Who's to blame? In his first year, the Lakers, again, won't make the playoffs. They started out 0-3. When he got injured, they were 19-14. We know the whole story. They went 6-11 with LeBron out of the lineup. And many people have said that basketball is not his main focus, and he's only in LA to do movies and stuff like that. And it really doesn't matter to me what his main focus is if he's going to put up 27, 8, and 8 and shoot 51% from the field. If he's not focused on basketball, let's get more people not focused on basketball so they could put up those type of numbers. And we know he can do everything on the basketball court because of his size and his passing ability and things like that. But people seem to think that just because he's doing TV shows and executive producing things that he can't focus on basketball. But he's been doing it this entire time. Like, the shows that's coming out now, those been in production. Him being in LA, he's probably more hands-on than before when he was in Cleveland or even in Miami. But I still think his focus is basketball. But at this point in time in his career, he's not going to give 150% every single game. He's not going to Giannis it every game. Like, Giannis is really young, and he can go out there and go 120 miles per hour every single game and give it his all on both sides of the floor every single game. And LeBron James is not going to do that anymore. Not in year 16, not with all the minutes he's played and, the miles he's piled up. So he's been doing this stuff since he came back to Cleveland, not always playing defense. There's always a story that's going to happen during the season. With him coming to LA, I don't see why we're surprised by anything that's happened this year in terms of the younger guys not trusting him and, them trying to get Anthony Davis. That was going to happen. We knew something was going to happen with LeBron coming to the Lakers. It wasn't going to be like, oh, LeBron was with the Lakers and the season goes on. No, something was bound to happen. His numbers are his numbers. If he doesn't click with his teammates, okay. So he's a lot older than these guys. He has a family. A lot of these guys are really young. At times he wasn't sitting on the bench and stuff like that. Everything is a big deal when LeBron is around. But he played. When he played, he put up the numbers. He still passing very well to his teammates, and that stuff looked like it was going well. Yeah, it looks choppy when he's out there with Brandon Ingram at times because they both want the ball and they don't play off each other well. But that happens, especially when somebody plays with LeBron, who is at best when he has the ball in his hand because he's an elite passer. So I don't see why we make it a big deal. Like, he had issues when he first joined Wade. He had issues when he first joined Kyrie. And he's going to have issues with Brandon Ingram. I don't know if they're going to trade him, but they have things to work on, obviously. And we've seen him get better with those teammates, with Wade and with Kyrie over the years. So the same thing can happen with Brandon Ingram. But I don't think he's the full blame of this season. I think the majority of the blame should go to Magic Johnson and the people who put the roster together. I blame Magic mostly because it's like he doesn't understand yet. He doesn't get that the aura of the Lakers is not going to just win over people. It's always the Lakers, and the way he talks and he smiles and he's like the Lakers, and people are going to want to come and play for the Lakers. And it's not necessarily the case in 2019. They had 6 straight losing seasons. And yeah, the banners are nice and cool, but if the organization is not run correctly, then people are not going to want to play for you. And it's just bad. He's put bad karma on the Lakers. He's angered the basketball gods, as people would say. When he traded D'Angelo Russell, excuse me, and I know people are going to act like Russell was an all-star in LA, and they seen it all along that he was going to be an all-star. Yes, he's playing fine. He was an all-star this year in the East. He wouldn't have been an all-star in the West. And he's had big moments in the fourth quarter. I give him that. But when he was traded from the Lakers, he was okay. He messed up, in that locker room. So a change of scenery was needed. And they were able to get off the Mozgov contract with the trade. So it was a good trade when it happened. And it's not like Russell was NBA All-Star, was traded with Mozgov. It wasn't that. So it was a good trade. But where Magic went wrong and how he angered the basketball gods is when he traded Russell, he was throwing shots at him and saying he's not a leader and all this other stuff that was unnecessary. And he should have just left it at, we want to go in another direction. And everybody knew they was going to draft Lonzo Ball. They should have drafted De'Aaron Fox. But you didn't have to throw shots at Russell when you traded him. So after they trade him, then they don't bring back Brook Lopez, who can stretch the floor. They don't make a serious offer to Julius Randle when Luke Walton wanted him back. And you start looking at things, and you see that Magic he doesn't understand yet that he is not just the face of the Lakers. Before Magic, like when he wasn't working for the Lakers directly, you associated Magic with the Lakers. He loved the Lakers. He was close with them, but he didn't really work for them. So he could always tweet some dumb stuff out, and it wouldn't really hurt the Lakers that much because he wasn't directly there. But now he's the head basketball operations, so the things he says is even more important. So you have agent Aaron Mintz. He works for CAA, and his clients are Julius Randle, who didn't really get an offer from the Lakers. His playing time was up and down in his last year there. He couldn't really solidify his role. You have D'Angelo Russell, who's also a client. He gets traded away, which is fine. His client gets a new change of scenery. But Magic throws shots at him on the way out. And then his other client, Paul George, doesn't even give the Lakers a meeting. And I wonder why. Because Magic. That's why. Because Magic treated his other clients pretty poorly. So he didn't get a chance to sit down with Paul George and sell him on the Lakers. He just kept saying, oh, Paul George is going to come to the Lakers because Paul George wants to come to the Lakers because we're the Lakers. But he never got a meeting. So going forward in this free agency period, he needs to buckle down, stop trying to just sell the Lakers, sell a plan that they have going forward with an aging LeBron, and try to get some free agents. The roster that he put together with Lonzo and Rondo and Kuzma and Ingram, they don't really work together. Yeah, they want to run up and down, but Lonzo's always injured. He has never played 55 games in a season. He can't really shoot. He's terrible at shooting free throws. Yes, he does a good job playing defense, and he does a good job moving the ball and pushing the ball ahead, which is good. But Lonzo has to develop. Rondo is just terrible on the floor. He can put up his assist numbers, but he doesn't really play defense. He's willing to take threes, but he's terrible at taking threes. So he doesn't really fit in the dynamic. Kuzma, he plays hard. And he can probably play with LeBron the best because he plays hard, he cuts, he's not afraid to take threes, even though he's not shooting at a very high percentage. He has his limitations, but he plays hard. Brandon Ingram, he needs to expand his game. Okay? He can get to the basket, he can pass, he's a solid defender. He settles for too many mid-range jump shots. Every time I watch him play, I just call him like a skinny Melo. Like he always wants to take a mid-range jump shot. I thought he was a shooter coming out of college, but I guess I was wrong. He has yet to make 60 3-pointers in a season, and his 3-point attempts are going down each year, which is not good. You would want someone to space the floor with LeBron James, or someone who's an excellent cutter like Dwayne Wade was. Kyrie Irving was the shooter, Wade was the cutter, so Brandon Ingram has to be one or the other. Yes, he can have the ball in his hand, but it'll work better if he can cut or if he can shoot. And right now, he can't really shoot. He doesn't take threes, and he's horrible at the free throw line, even though he's been getting to the line a little bit more each year that he's played. But he's also been banged up, and he's played under 60 games the last 2 seasons as well. The Lakers need shooters. They came into the season saying they want more playmakers, which is fine. But you also need shooters. And some of the playmakers they brought in were not legit playmakers. Like, they brought in Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley's not a playmaker. They could have got Tyreek Evans. I would have trusted Tyreek Evans a little bit more than Beasley or Lance Stevenson. You know, even though he's struggling this year, I would have trusted Evans a little bit more. But the Lakers shoot three-pointers. They shoot a lot of three-pointers. They shoot about 30 three-pointers a game, but they only make 10. They're at the bottom in three-point percentage. You're not going to win if you're at the bottom in three-point percentage. Other teams at the bottom include the Phoenix Suns, the Memphis Grizzlies, Dallas Mavericks. They're not going to win. If they don't have shooters, they need to take less three-pointers. That's kind of hard because LeBron James is going to give you open three-pointers. Teams like the Spurs and the Clippers, they only take about 25 a game, and they make 10 a game, same as the Lakers. But they lead the league in three-point percentage, 39%, 38%. So the Lakers need to figure something out because LeBron James creates open three-point shots. He's going to find an open shooter. So they either need to get more shooters or they need to stop taking so many three-pointers. They have to figure it out as a team. Now, Luke Walton, he is the coach, and people were speculating on his job all year around, saying he's going to get fired. Magic saying he's safe, then Magic yelling at him that it's taking too long. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't throw together a bunch of people and expect it to just happen overnight. He said it was going to take time. Magic did, and then he got angry when they weren't winning every game. So I'm not sure if Luke is going to be there the following next year, but whoever comes in, yes, you have to placate to LeBron because he's the best player, but you also have to implement things that other players can benefit from. You know, you have to manage the team, you know, while also bigging up LeBron James, but you have to empower the other people and you have to hold LeBron James accountable. Now, free agency starts in July, and the top three free agents, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's already played with LeBron. We don't know what he's going to do in Boston. He may leave. Kevin Durant has said it's toxic around LeBron. Speculation is he going to the Knicks. We don't know. Kawhi Leonard, they saying he wants to come to LA, but he wants to play for the Clippers. Now, these top three free agents, it would be amazing if they got one of these free agents this year. But I don't think they're going to get any one of these top three. And I'm not sure if Magic will get a meeting with Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard. I think he might meet with Kyrie Irving, but I'm unsure. Like these top three, it's hard to gauge what's really going on with them. You know, Kawhi doesn't really talk too much, and Kyrie and Kevin Durant are always angry at different, you know, points of the season. The next three, Klay, Kemba, and DeMarcus Cousins. I think Klay is staying in Golden State. I don't think Klay is that type of person. It would be awesome if he did leave and go to the Lakers because he would get nothing but open shots like he's doing now in Golden State. And he's also a great defender. But I don't see Klay leaving. Kemba, he's an all-star. He can get you buckets in the fourth quarter, but I don't know if he can be the second best player on a championship team. Maybe the third best player because he's kind of small. They can attack him in the playoffs, but he's the type of player you need because he can create for himself, he can create for others, and he can shoot the ball. He can shoot really well. He's become a really, really good three-point shooter. So he can close out games alongside LeBron James, but the narrative will be the Lakers failed to get a top free agent and they had to settle for Kemba Walker. That's how a lot of people are going to spin it. But it would be a good pickup considering he's one of the top free agents. I don't know if you want to pay him all that money, though, but I would like to see him get out of Charlotte. DeMarcus Cousins, he's coming off the injury. He's still DeMarcus Cousins in a way, gets into it with officials, but can still put up some numbers, bully people. Now, him with LeBron James, it could work. LeBron has never really played with somebody that dominant. Off the pick and roll, LeBron to get him open looks from three-point range and roll into the basket. I don't know if he would fit with the culture of the Lakers. You know, in Golden State, he has a lot of people around him to talk to him, keep him calm, Draymond Green and stuff like that. I don't know how he would fit with the Lakers. If the Lakers keep like a guy like Tyson Chandler, who's not really going to do much on the floor, but could be a good locker room presence, maybe that can help DeMarcus and, you know, signing with the Lakers. He's not going to get a max deal. I don't think so. But if they can offer him some money, and he's willing to take a little pay cut, I think they can get DeMarcus Cousins. Now, if they get DeMarcus Cousins and on a good deal and Kemba Walker, are they a championship team? I don't know, because the other young players have to step up. They have to take some leap forward in order for this Lakers team to be great and be a playoff threat. Now, the Anthony Davis situation, I don't know. I won't say it's dead in the water because we don't know what Boston is going to offer, after the draft and everything like that. But if you have to trade everybody to get Anthony Davis, who are you left with? They already gave away Zubac for nothing. Mike Muscala, after they realized, we need shooting, so they bring in Muscala and Reggie Bullock. And Bullock has been okay in his time there. Muscala not playing very much. If they could resign Bullock, that'd be good. But trading the farm for Anthony Davis, I don't know if it's such a great idea. And Anthony Davis really mishandled this situation, and I'll probably make a podcast about that later or write something up about that. But I don't know if you want to trade everything for AD. But LeBron, first season in LA, people were taking shots at him all over the place. Listen, he can still play basketball. Even at 34 years of age, you see the numbers, 27, 8, and 8. His rebounding has been going up as he's gotten older. He's shooting 33% from three-point range, 51% from the field. He still has a PER of 25 games. This year, 55 games is the lowest of his career, but we know he can still take it to another level if it needs to be in the playoffs, because last year he did it, and he went all the way to the finals. So, yes, he's older. He's not going to always play defense. He's going to mope, and his body language is not great. We already knew that. So, going forward, we haven't seen a significant drop-off in terms of, him only averaging, 20 points, and he can't shoot the ball anymore. He's getting older. He doesn't jump as high. He doesn't run as fast, but he's still an elite player in this league. And although his first season in LA was a failure, next year, if they make the right moves, if Magic Johnson makes the right moves, the Lakers will be a playoff team. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. I know it's longer than most of my other episodes, but I had a lot to say about this Lakers team, going forward into this busy offseason. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Lakers, on LeBron. Are you a LeBron hater? Do you love LeBron no matter what? And who do you think the Lakers will sign, and who do you think they should sign in this offseason? Deuces.